Hello Neighbour is a game where you need to solve multiple puzzles to find out what your neighbour is hiding in his basement. But I'm sure that everyone that's played this game before has thought, damn, this is probably illegal. I know I have, so I'm going to try my best to charge the neighbour for all of his crimes committed throughout the game. And I would like to say now that I'm by no means an expert at this, and there will definitely be errors with what I charge him with. Another problem is that because I'm from the land of tea, biscuits and incredible food, when I was researching the punishments, I failed to consider that they would be from the UK, and I couldn't be bothered to look them up for the US, so for this video the neighbour's going to be British. But without further ado, let's start the video. Already in the intro, we could see the neighbour locking up a child in his basement. And if you couldn't already tell, this is kidnapping. Oh yeah, and the player gets assaulted. As we wake up, we see the neighbour's incredible driving skills and his amazing ability to keep things tidy. The player can be assaulted in 3 different ways in this act, so that'll be the 3 different charges of battery and assault. Before I move on, I should probably explain how I'm determining what his charges are. So for assault as an example, the neighbour can do it multiple times in this act, but I'm only charging him on 1 charge of assault. So almost like I'll be charging him on everything that he can do that's illegal. I thought I would just clear this up before we carried on. Anyway, back to the video. Surprisingly for this act, there isn't too much to talk about the house except for the power box outside his house. To have a power box outside your house, it must be able to withstand harsh weathers and be waterproof to withstand heavy rain. Yeah, no, this isn't it. UK laws say that setting bear traps inside your house is illegal. From what I could find, after a bit more research, I guessed around and I wasn't actually able to get him to place down any bear traps after 20 minutes of trying. But from looking up, he can actually place them down in Act 1, so it will still count. After moving into the basement, we can see this generator, and from what I could find, having a gas power generator inside your house is illegal, as it's a health risk. Oh yeah, we also get assaulted. Twice. And apparently the neighbour can also place down bear traps in the basement as well, which I had no clue he could do. I've never seen it happen before. But from what I've seen, he can still do it, so that's another 7 years. After leaving the basement, we see that we've been kidnapped. Again. But probably the main focus in this act is the giant house. And this is where the estimating and guessing starts to come into play a bit more. There's absolutely no way that the neighbour was given any sort of planning or building permissions for this, so it's illegal. And I'm going to be giving him 20 years, £700,000 fine, and for his house to be demolished. This is a complete guess, I have absolutely no clue if it's going to be more or less, but I don't know. There are some repeating crimes in this act from Act 1, such as the power box, the littering, the bear trap, the countless assaults. However, there are 2 things that are new. One of them is this wire mesh flooring. This right here is extremely unsafe and will result in 2 years and a £5,000 fine. The next big crime is the water room. This is also extremely unsafe and seems the neighbour has absolutely no thoughts and care about safety. So he built 2. When we are running away from the madman, we actually hear some breaking from his house. Although, we can only assume that this is a kidnapping. But let's be real, it's the neighbour. It's definitely a kidnapping. Now I know that Act 3 and Act Finale are a dream. It'd be much more interesting if we include them. We have the usual kidnapping, assault, littering, bear traps, power box issues, incredible driving skills. There are some more. Yet again, the main focus of this act is probably the house, and this house is more intense than the last one. So I'll be giving him another 20 years, a £1 million fine for his house to be demolished again. Now this roller coaster is pretty crazy, and because I'm assuming no one's ever done it before, it was quite difficult to find out what to charge him with. But I've gone with 10 years and a £100,000 fine. The parts that are hanging over other houses, I'm giving a total of 31 years and a £60,000 fine. This house also has another room, and in fact has two again, so there's another 16 years. These wires that go underwater are very unsafe, and I'll be giving him a £40,000 fine for this. The giant magnet was a bit difficult to try and give him a charge, but after a while of searching, I've given him 2 years and a £10,000 fine. The final crime for this act are the minigames. And because they are fears and nightmares, I'm counting this as psychological abuse. And from what I've found, this would be 2 years of community order. Making our way into the basement, we see these leaky gas pipes, and surprise surprise, we get assaulted again. It's fine though, because we have finally learned what self-defense is, and we finally see what's behind this door that we saw in Act 1. And it is a life sentence for attempted murder.
So you're new to this block, welcome to the ride of your life. Just keep away and your life will be pleasant to find. Some secrets are best let go, so stop knocking on my front door. I'll find you and I'll kick you out of sight. For you see, as much as I look like I've got stuff left for you, my house is not a place to steal all my clothes. I know you're new here, but just one thing twice before you come near. I'm smarter than your average neighbor too. I don't care what you do. Step into my house, because you can't just tiptoe quite out the mouse. Hello, I'm your neighbor. Goodbye, I'll see you later. This place was not for you to look and see, to get from me. Hello, you're in danger. Don't let it see your behavior. You may think I'm the devil, and I wish your life's in peril. Let me spell this out for you. I'm just your neighbor. Now get out.
If you made it this far, then I just want to say thank you for watching. I do know I'm probably way off to what it could actually be, as there was a lot of estimating and guessing, such as the fines for the houses in Act 2 and 3. But if there's anything you'd like to add or change about this, then leave a comment so I can see what everyone else thinks. However, this is the end of the video, so thanks for watching, and goodbye.